game to force DYG out of the comfort zone, because so far in the draft itself, WE has a lot of incentive in the early to mid game around that shadow objective here. But if DYG scales into 12 to 15 minutes mark, that's definitely their game tempo here. But of course, let's pass it over to the audience to once again cheer for their team.
Alright, so initial, that was a nice movement from the side of Xiaokun, actually using the flash to move aside. Le also had to burn his sprint, but I like the rotations coming from both teams, right? They're keeping it neck and neck, super close. Right now, no goal difference per se, and every camp has been secured by their own side for now.
And just how we saw the early game, Xtreme wanted to go in for the aggressive jungle invasion, but he didn't really got the Crimson Golem here. So we're back to a square one with both teams just casually securing the side lane objectives here. And also, take a look at the bottom side here. Both mages are defaulted into the farm lane to fight for the reactive gold.
Yeah, but I think this one benefits Team WE a little bit more, right? Because Ink actually gets the TP teleportation portal down, so he's going to be able to secure a little bit more farm. In fact, might get the Fire Hawk for himself.
I think for DYG's game plan, as long as they get all the gold being generated into Chan's pocket, I think they are A-okay with Ink's rotation here. But a teleport here coming in from you to push Jo back towards the time here. But look at Ink here. No man's land here. He might be just caught out here.
Oh no, it's first blood on the side of Ink. He will give his life probably, but the backup is here. He will be safe, makes it out, everything and benefit to the side of WE. They jump in again. BD, he doesn't care. He has enough life. He can tank through all of this. And DYG, on what they thought was supposed to be a huge advantage now, has turned completely against their favor.
As the Ink show on towards the Arlie here, a beautiful assassination, and then he gets away with everything of that play here. That puts them into such a comfortable position, especially if the Arlie gets rolling. That is a good news for Team WE.
Dude, the brains on this guy, I mean, that's one. And the composure for him to be able to recognize that, hey, this is a situation that I can play out of, insane. But this is exactly what Team WE needs.
To pull it off in an elimination match as well here, you know that his nerves are not getting into him, but let's check out the replay here from Ink's very own POV as the Nuwa lands down with the teleport, pushes in with the creation blocks, and then you see spell 1, leaf step to escape towards safety here. As of this point, if you are on the side of DYG, you need to guard the Parasol for any potential return here. Hence, it puts you into a very dangerous spot, which allows Ink to capitalize on that play.
Yeah, and he hit 4 with that, so the escape was going to be secured the moment he hit 4 with his ultimate as well. Now, DYG, they have to look for some other things at this point. The jump comes in from the side of Kong, unable to get the stun, which means, once again, DYG not going to be able to hit that mark just yet.
Yeah, no flash coming in from Mings going in towards the play here, as a good Silky Imprint does land on towards Kong here, burning down. Almost half health here, potentially having to back off before the Tyrant take.
Yeah, they wanted to force out the ultimate, right? That would have pseudo and soft guaranteed that first Tyrant of the game going into the hands of WE, because you don't want to take a risk if you're on the side of DouYu Gaming.
Now, the setup here will be interesting here. What's the priority coming in for both of these teams? I do imagine if you're a DYG, you want to be funneling every source of gold in towards Chance and Kong's pocket here, and now they are in the vicinity. They're looking to re-enter and retake this river control.
It's pushing them away. You do have the Annihilation. They come in. What a nice push. They get rid of Mings as well as Jo, and everything suddenly DYG come to life, unable to find the life of BD as well as Xiaokun at this point, but it does not matter. They secure that huge advantage in the form of the T1. If they can take this, this is not looking good for the side of Team WE, even though they got the first few kills.
Yeah, once again, a beautiful engage coming in from the Clash laner of DouYu Gaming here, securing such a beautiful engage, allowing his team to chunk down that mid tower, secure the Azure Golem, and right now knocking on the Clash lane tower as well, generating so much value for his team through one play.
Yeah, and I mean, even though they lost a Tyrant, I think DYG are perfectly comfortable with that, right? Because the trade was well worth it. Take a look at the damage they did to the mid T1, to the T1 at the top as well.
Yeah, but a bit of pressure here being laid on towards low on that Guan Yu, but the
nice
engage. Oh my god, that landed on for the final moments with the turret shot as well. That was something unexpected here coming in from Kong, but that made value for his team.
Yep, that was an interaction we have not seen before here. And that, I mean, this is to the benefit of DYG. Unfortunate for Ink though, he had to give his life for the cause, and this means more free damage on the T1s across the board for the side of Team WE. They have secured the mid T1. Map is going to get a little darker for Team WE.
I think that might just change the entire storyline here for WE, because Ink on this early, if you fail in the mid game here, in the early game here, you don't scale as well compared to the lady soon here, but a good flash reaction here coming in from Chance to dodge away from Ming's engage.
Okay, so they force it out, but the map is not in their favor. Right now, DYG, because of the turret takes they have, it's about a 2,000 goal lead going in their favor. 6 minutes only. TP is still available, but once again, this is going to stretch the T1 at the top, now secured by the minions.
Nice ult here coming in from Mingzi here, but an engage coming in from Le. Doesn't find on towards anyone here. Take a look at the position coming in from Xiao Kun.
Yeah, they need to be really careful, right? It's all about this knockup and hopefully securing that Crimson Golem. But for now, they will be put away. DYG will have to be content with just standing from afar.
It's still a very good trade-off here. Forcing the smite out of Biddy here does allow DYG to rotate towards this Azure Golem for round 2 of the objective stealing here coming in from the jungle here. But they do give away the Azure Golem back into the pockets of Team WE.
Yep, no need to take a risk. It's all about the map control. DYG, they will give away the T1 at the bottom, right? In the meantime, initial rotations have been made. Le is able to deal with this bottom wave. So everything is looking swell for DYG.
I think it's a very good recovery as well, especially for Team WE as well. Considering the fact that they dropped the mid turret already, they still managed to secure both the buffs in towards the pockets here, coming in for Biddy here. Now, the question is, how much more of these plays can they mitigate coming in from DYG's aggression?
I'm not sure, because if you take a look at Yu, he's already well on his way to getting the lead that he's looking for. Yes, it's a utility mage in the form of the Shi for Mings, but Yu, giving him gold advantage is not the kind of situation you want to find yourselves in for the side of WE, especially when this is series point.
And it's a Nuwa of all things. The late game Nuwa Annihilation always puts so much value in towards these big plays, as we see a bit of a tussle between Biddy and also Stren, finding the objective here, but Biddy might be caught in low man's land here, gets forced out the first ultimate here, has to use the Dolia refresh here.
Yeah, they use the Invincible Warrior, comes in, Annihilation comes in, not a lot of damage, but here comes that final strike, one more should do it, Biddy is low, he will be the first one to fall, Mings as well, and here comes the Cavalry, and all of DYG are here. The last 2 members left, Xiao Kun as well as Jo, they will not be able to stave off the aggression, and DYG take control of the Gorge.
First time that Love found the engage on that red buff, he made a beautiful lead for his team. The second time that he found it, he's breaking the game for Team WE. And right now, with a tree, almost 4,000 goal lead, DYG are looking so comfortable, so dominant in Game 4.
Yeah, I mean, they really want to close this game right here, right now, right? If they do it here, this is the end of the series. DYG, they can smell the victory, but there's still a few more steps to do before they reach that destination. Right now, they're going to start with the Azure Golem, their own, as they look to maybe put a little bit more pressure across all 3 lanes.
That's the worrying part as well, because so far if we look towards the side of WE's draft, it doesn't look that lead game as well. So even if they find the lead, it definitely has to come from the side of Ink or Xiao Kun to win out those 10-minute team fights here. But without the item advantages here, I don't see that realistically happening. Take a look at Chance, already working on his 4th item right now.
Yep. I mean, he's 1,500 ahead. This is not an ideal situation for the side of Team WE, right? So I think the only way to come back from this is if Mings on this Shi gets an unbelievable catch. But even then, I think it's still very difficult.
I think it definitely has to be on Chance here. If you can find Chance, force the entirety of DYG to overcommit, then potentially WE can make a big comeback here. But as of now, everything is looking in favor for DYG to pick up this game number 4. This is a super strong goal lead pre-10 minutes.
Okay, they dive in. Biddy looks for that first usage on the ultimate. Will be refreshed. They're just looking to dwindle down the life bars on the side of DYG, right? Because they need to be able to contest this 10-minute shadow variant of the Tyrant. If they lose this, DYG will run at their faces.
And take a look at also Le and Xiaokun's positioning here. These two Clash Daners will play a pivotal role in making sure that this team fight goes in either team's favor here. But the Shadow Tyrant has been started off here. It's burning down almost to a half right now.
Yep, they get a stun onto the backline. Xiaokun looking for it. Can they secure this? Annihilation going to be used. The reset comes in, and it will be secured by Le. They get that initial charge. Can they find more? Uses the Razor Cavalry to push them back. It's going to be Xiaokun taken down. A horrible position for the side of Team WE, and it's looking like the light is going to be dimming. DYG on the backlines. They find another stun, and they find the entrance for Extran as well. The heart rates are going crazy right now. One more kill. JU is going to be taken down. The T3s in the mid are exposed, but only for the moment. DYG win big. They're gonna restore control.
DYG's Lord, this man is doing it all for the side of Douyu Gaming here, stealing away the Tyrant, pushing Xiaokun into the hearts of DYG, and right now leading the charge for potentially a series winning push. And right now with a 7,000 gold lead, DYG is in total control with their draft.
Yep, clinical cut as well. Oh, in the mid, they want to go for that final one. Will be blocked off, but here is that return. BD looks for some big, huge damage as well. Can they find that value here? It's not going to be available for the side of Team WE just yet. They have to try and find another angle to work their way back into this game.
As long as DYG doesn't make a colossal troll later in towards the high ground push, this game is very much in their favor right now. And look at the 7,000 gold lead. With the collection of the neutral resources here, the final one to take a look onto will be the Shadow Overlord after the expiration of the debuff here.
No, the biggest thing here, I feel, is look, just the founding difference. Chance has a 2,000 gold lead against Ink, meaning he has the potential to burst almost anyone down on the side of Team WE. That is the biggest concern now, because there's so many setups. They have to catch from Le, they have to catch from Yu, they have to catch from Kong. Everyone is able to isolate members on the side of WE.
Remember the kill that Kong found on towards Ink on towards the bottom side? That really changed the game pace here. That's why I say, even though it's just a kill, but stopping Arlie's farming tempo really hurts WE in going for that 10-minute team fight. And right now, it is evident because 2,000 gold in favor between the marksman here. This is also because of the fact that the Zunrun passive here, but it's not excusable because if Arlie falls behind, it's so difficult for WE to make a comeback.
It really is going to be very difficult. They have found another T3 at the bottom. Le still has his frigid charge. This is not comfortable. Kong also has the redemption. They have shields, they have stuns, they have burst. Everything looking like a DYG win here.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy if WE wants to look for a potential comeback. If they do, that will be such a big momentum shift up here going into Game 5. But however, right now, we're looking at another Vanguard here knocking on towards the top side tier 3 here. As they slowly but surely progress, this tier 3 will be their final stronghold coming in from Team WE.
Okay, Extran, he completes what I believe should be the last item here, or the second last item. He gets the Spike Mail. This is an active item now in the KPL servers. Now we'll see, what does this mean for the side of Team WE?
Slowly but surely. Potentially you might not win the race, but at the very least you might get more of the little rays of comeback hopes here for this final game. You can see the item discrepancy coming in from Chance. Already full build at what? 14 minute marks. Potentially even have the remaining gold to go for the item swap as well here on this Lady Sun.
Yeah, right now it's just pacing, right? DYG, all they have to do is to secure this Shadow Tyrant, and they should be working their ways towards cleaning and finishing the series up. It also is dependent on Le. If Le gets that perfect Razor Cavalry catch, this game is pretty much over.
I envision the style of their push will be something like this. Le on towards the mid or bottom side of the tier 3s and looking for the flank angles, pushing away any form of wave clear coming in from WE, which chokes them away from their final tier 3. And then that's where they really struggle with their final crystal.
Oh, that's right. I think if they really can open from the middle of the map, then this puts WE in a very, very bad position. So they will push it away. Xiaokun looking for the block here. Biddy jumps in, looking for the catch. Another stun, Annihilation put down as well. All the damage in the world, there will be enough. Biddy takes a fall, and here comes Le. Wants to force them out of position. They will stay patient. DYG, they have a wave of super minions in the mid, looking for another catch. It's all on to Kong. Gets that catch, looking for the finishing blow. With that Xiaokun, he's gonna try, but he pays with his life. And with this DYG, they see the opening, the crystal exposed. Then maybe this could be the lifeline they're looking for. And it's not gonna be enough. DYG secure game number 4, bringing this the end of Team WE's journey.